Hey y'all, what's going on today? I'm excited to be bringing y'all another video. Sorry, it's been a little bit. Basically, returned back to work from baby leave, and yeah, that's come in busy. So just getting used to that whole new schedule situation. So between work and just everyday life, I've just been a little bit busy. So I've been trying to work here and there, record here and there, and piece some stuff together for y'all. So before we jump into today, first off, huge thank you to everybody. I see that I have 114 subscribers, which I never would have imagined even getting 10 subscribers. So, just huge thank you. Thanks for checking out my channel. I really appreciate it. Of course, I just do this for fun. I don't get paid by any company to do this stuff that I do. I'm just doing it purely for entertainment and to share stuff that I learned that I myself have tried to YouTube and can't find an answer for. So just stuff like that, just general entertainment purposes. So yeah, I don't want to ramble on too much, but thank you. You guys are awesome. So essentially what this video I'm going to be doing today is, it's been a work in the making, of course. What has gone on is I have weighed several things, several options. I know some people have recommended getting a flatbed for the old Dodge Project truck, which I thought very long and hard about. Because I love flatbeds. They're so cool. They're so useful as a utility. They just look really nice. But I was looking around in my area. I was looking at scrapyards and just Facebook Marketplace, stuff like that. Brand new truck bed dealerships. And honestly, I couldn't find a flatbed that was in decent shape for under, gosh, I think it was like 2,500, which I paid, under 10,000 for my project truck. And I was like, man, I don't know if I want to spend that much on a flatbed. So what I did is I hopped on the parts.com, I think it was, and I found a scrapyard that's about 2 hours away, and they had a whole list of third-gen Dodge beds. Oh my gosh! So yeah, they had a whole yard full of Dodge beds. So I went, drove in the Ford, checked them out, and then I went back the next day to purchase the one that I found that was in the best shape overall. And I got a good deal on it. It was $700 total for the bed and the tailgate. Of course, it's not perfect since it's used, has some issues, but as always, that's going to get taken care of, such as a tailgate, has some holes in it, but overall it's in better shape, in my opinion, than the one that came with my truck. So yeah, the start of the video is a little weird. It's just some video of me driving to the scrapyard. Of course, here in my part of West Texas, there's not a whole lot to see. Windmills, cows, oil, derricks, stuff like that. So I just snapped a few videos of just some interesting, I call interesting sights on the way there, like a little lake, just stuff like that. So if you don't want to watch that part, just fast forward to whatever part you want to see, because I've always tried to put timestamps in my videos. That way I'm not wasting y'all's time if you're in a hurry or just wanting to check something out real quick. I think that's about it. Let me, we'll get this thing started and put this at the front of the video. It's kind of recorded after everything's been done, but I'm going to show y'all just kind of what I've done to get everything ready. And then I'll talk about the next steps, of course, after, now that the new bed's on, what I'm going to be doing. And of course, I will keep y'all posted. I will make some videos of stuff that I'm going to do. Like I said, now that it's warming up, it's officially, not officially, but it's almost springtime. The highs are back in the 70s now, which is amazing. So I've got a lot planned now that it's not freezing cold, because this winter wind in West Texas doesn't play around. Doesn't matter if you're wearing 3 layers, it's just going to cut through it. So I don't like to do too much outside when it's cold. So now it's getting warm. I've got a lot planned. As I said at the beginning, life's a little bit busy, so I'm just going to work when I can, record when I can. So I really appreciate y'all sticking around and appreciate the understanding. All right, I'll see y'all in just a second. y'all, it's gonna be a good day. It is cold. Woke up this morning, feels like 28 degrees, but that's all right. We got work to do today. We got to prep the Dodge for a road trip to go get a new bed. So, yeah, just been getting stuff done this morning. We got the baby dropped off at daycare. We got, if you can see that, we got some chorizo, potato, egg, and cheese burritos for the wife and I. So she's working from home today. And yeah, we're gonna go home, eat. I'm gonna get ready, get my sawzall, and get my wrenches gathered up. And we're gonna crawl under there and get everything taken care of. Basically, what I'm needing to do is, since I'm not gonna bring the stuff to drill a new bed stack at the salvage yard, I'm just gonna go ahead and convert it to a half-hearted axle dump, basically. That way I can at least get it home and have time to figure things out later when I've got my garage full of tools available to me, instead of trying to work in the muddy parking lot of the salvage yard, because that's never fun. But yeah, let's get home, get some breakfast, and we'll see y'all in just a minute. So like I mentioned, we are saying, side note, it's nice and cold out here. Anyways, we are saying goodbye to this old rusted out bed. What I'm gonna be doing is using my heat gun and some twine to take these badges off, because I'm gonna be saving those for the new gate. These are surprisingly expensive to buy, believe it or not. I was pricing some on eBay, and people charge a lot of money for these badges. So instead of just giving them away, I'm going to salvage those, clean them up, and we'll be using them in the future. All right, stack is off, and it don't look like the same truck. Looks naked. So here's a little bit of bonus content in the meantime. I was hoping to save this for a different day, but I've got to get this exhaust removed. That way I can, not have this shooting up on the bottom of the new bed. And y'all just take a second to take all this in. Look at this crap. So we got whatever I don't even know what to say, honestly. So there's that. They tried to weld it there, but it's not even attached. They very sloppily welded this clamp on for whatever reason, even though it did not need it. And this is my favorite part. Look at this. They've got, I don't know what these are, just pieces of rods that they tack welded into place. Oh, this is great. Right here was another one. I grabbed it and broke it off, but I'm on a bit of a time crunch, unfortunately. So what I'm just gonna do for now is take my Dremel here, start a little notch, then we're gonna get the good old Sawzall out and cut it right here. And I'm just gonna try to use this elbow to make it's not even gonna be an axle dump, it's just gonna be a middle of the bed turn down dump, just because I'm in a hurry. So give me 1 minute. All right, good old Harbor Freight Sawzall did the job. There we go. It is not pretty, but honestly, that is fine. It's gonna have to do for now. I plan on eventually putting a nice stainless steel exhaust on here anyways, so we're just gonna jury rig it for now. All right, check this out. Here's our 90-degree elbow, and because whoever in their infinite wisdom welded this on as much as they did, I don't know. I don't understand some people. But anyhow, because of all this, I wasn't about to spend an hour and a half on grinding all this down just to try to get this clamp off. Because like I said, I'm planning on replacing the whole exhaust one day anyways. So we just used the good old Sawzall, cut it right here. This is where it was. Just cut it off. Used a pair of pliers to pull that out. Now we're gonna go rig this up. Let's go check it out. Boom. All right, what do you guys think?
This ain't my proudest moment in life, and dear Lord, this is going to drone so bad on this drive. But desperate times call for desperate measures, I guess. I don't know. What do you guys think? Badges are off. All you need is a heat gun. This is one I got for $10 at Harbor Freight. You can use fishing line or clear wire, whatever you wish to call this. Saw behind here. Get those off after applying a little bit of heat. Definitely wear gloves because this stuff bites into your skin and it's just not comfortable. Dang! There's no more stack. Sounds a little different too. We're gonna need to fix that quick. This is gonna be a long drive. It's freaking loud. Oh, the drone. Okay, it's not too bad now that we're in the top gear. Not too bad, but oh, going up these hills. Y'all wish your boy luck. I'll see y'all in a bit. Ooh-wee. This drone for this whole drive has been horrible. I would definitely not recommend. This ain't even a big hill, but I would not recommend dumping your exhaust under your cab. This sucks. But at least there's a nice West Texas sunset to drive into. All right, so what we're doing here is building ourselves basically a pallet that we're going to use to try to evenly lift this bed up. These long ones are 70 inches long. That's what's going to fit in between the bed rails. These right here, those right here are about 50 inches long each. And then these middle boards are 31 inches roughly. Essentially, these are all 10-foot long 2x4s. And when you cut 70 inches out of this, this is what was left over, these two right here. So it worked out perfect. So we're gonna flip this over, mount those on, and I'll show you what we're gonna do with it. So these are what I'm using. Some nice heavy duty wood screws. Came with a bit, which fits perfectly in this little quick disconnect. So just works out absolutely perfect for this 1/4 inch cobalt. This is what it'll look like once you flip it over. And then what we're gonna do is we will set one side, we'll set this in the bed, and then we'll just keep one of these boards off. And then whenever we get it in position, we'll just mount this with the screws and it should be all set. All right, so once you flip it over, it'll look something like this here. And then what I went ahead and did is the long ones, or I had to call an audible, they're now 68 inches long, and that means it'll be about 18.5 inches of board here, roughly 18.5 here for kind of an even distribution of the weight. So what we're gonna do is we'll set this in the bed like this. I've got one screw right here, so we can pivot this board. And then we'll put a screw in there once it's in place, and then we'll put our other board right there on this side and screw it on to put it up under the bed rails. All right, here it is. Got it all in place. It's ready to work. Let's get the skid steer in position and test it out. All right, so far so good. It's coming up real nice. Just take your time. The fuel neck, You can disconnect it here if you want, but I'm just gonna take it slow and work it free this way. And then I'll probably come back in here and disconnect those here in a minute. All right, that one is off without issue. One thing I forgot to mention is now would be a good time to apply any kind of rust inhibitor that you want, like your food film or whatever your preferred brand is. But honestly, now that I have the bed off, it's not bad at all. It's just got surface rust. Part of the shocks, those need replaced. That's on my to-do list, but yeah, came off without issue. All right, y'all, let's check this new bed out. We have it's a really decent shape bed liner now. As you can see, it is nice and straight, unlike our old one. So hopefully that means our tail lights, I can use these mounting studs once again. The only issues is, of course, the paint is not in the best shape. It's got a tiny bit of rust. Nothing like our old one, which is phenomenal. Check out the front. Front's in really good shape. This side, we got a chrome gas lid that's lockable. I'll have to take this out. Bird built a nest in there at some point in time. This side is pretty good. Not barely any rust on it, so just surface rust. And, of course, the paint. But this side's nice and straight as well, which is very refreshing. So, we'll get our skid steer fired up, warmed up. We will get our little makeshift pallet ready to go. And let's get to it. Chrome plate is out. There's a few screws in there. It was no match for the old 1/4-inch impact. Got the filler neck out. It will not work for our vehicle because, as you can see, it's a much thicker, smaller inlet or whatever that vent tube. I'm not really sure what that is, return line, but had to use a angle grinder cutoff wheel to trim this up because it was digging into this bed. It wouldn't let it fully seat. Unfortunately, there's this little spot right here I need to trim a little bit more, but now at least it's sitting flat on the frame without damaging the bed itself. All right, so this is gonna seem super trivial to you all most likely, but check this out. Now, whenever I put my taillights in, give me a second, let me set this phone down. Okay, as I was saying, this is gonna seem trivial, but I put the little mounting studs back on here and give it a little push. Awesome. Look at how flush this sits. I'm geeking out right now over something so simple, but it's just so nice to see it finally coming together. Here's the final product. Just start on the driver's side real quick. So, if you'll recall, the
this had that chrome gas cap on it. And what I did, just took the old one off the bed. It's just these 2 screws right here that you need some Torx bits for them. Got myself a new fuel cap. Nice and brand new, not all faded. I had to just put these rubber stoppers on here. They are a little bit tall. As you can see, there's just a little bit of a gap. Initially, this was sitting flush up against the metal right there, so it looked kind of funny. Yeah. So here's this side. We have paint. As I said, my tail lights actually fit now. They're not all wobbly, so that is fantastic. Tailgate has, I guess somebody backed into something or hit it. I don't really know, but it's got a big dent right here we'll need to pull out. I got some Bondo brand body like hole repair. Use like fiberglass cloth, and the Bondo will just get this sealed and sanded down. Unfortunately, this spot's dented in right here. I'll have to try to take this tailgate top off right here, try to get something in there and pop this out, but it's pretty solid, so we'll see how that goes. But other than that, the tailgate's in not too bad a shape, other than a little bit of paint issues. Same thing on this side. Tail light is nice and secure. Then we've just got a little bit of clear coat damage on this side. A little bit of paint flaking, tiny bit of rust. And then, of course, I really like that it's got a, came with this bed liner, tailgate liner. It's nice, and it's even got the, you can tell this is from a truck from Texas, so that's a nice little detail right there. So when I put the new bed on, I switched over to this hybrid axle cab dump. I'm not really sure what to call it, honestly, because I don't see it that often. But it's pretty cool. It sounds pretty good. It's just the, you know, it's got a 4-inch exhaust on it. That's a 4-inch to 5-inch tip. But I'm not gonna lie, I missed the stack. That was one of the whole things about having a project truck is I wanted a stack, since don't really want to put a stack on my Ford, my main truck. So let me show y'all. So pardon the mess. It's a little hectic in here, but there she is. Just been sitting here collecting dust. So that'll about do it for today, y'all. I really appreciate y'all sticking around. I know this is kind of a longer video. Like I said, I put some timestamps in here for y'all to skip around as needed if you want. Honestly, my plans for this, like I said, I missed my bed stack. So I'm thinking about doing it proper this time. The last owner cut that massive like rectangular hole to mount the bed stack to it. I'm gonna be smart about it, drill a 5-inch hole with an actual hole saw instead of I don't know if they used a plasma cutter or what, sawzall, I don't really know. But I'm gonna make a minimal incision in the bed. That way I can remount this stack and save that piece of bed. That way if in the future I change my mind, wanna put a full 5-inch exhaust turbo back that exits out, you know, the bumper like normal, I can just do that, just seal the hole back up, and you can't even tell, it would be just fine. But yeah, once again, thanks for watching. As always, leave a comment if you enjoyed this, or if you learned something new, or if you liked it. And I will see y'all in the next adventure.